Welcome everybody back to the channel. It is Monster once again. Now, as of this recording, I've already uploaded the Darlington video, and I had said at the end that I was probably going to record the Richmond video right away after, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, but it won't be coming out until the day after the Darlington upload. So here we are, regular season finale. We're starting out P13, which I'm kind of surprised. I did that well in qualifying, but hopefully I'll be away from the carnage, so that's good. But yeah, let's set the chase field. Let's do it one final time in the regular season. You see Brian Vickers out at the front of the field, leading the field. The regular season finale is green here at Richmond. And going into this race, if you saw the end of the last video, 10 points separate Dale Jr. from Jeff Gordon to make the chase. Of course, a new winner from below the cut line would change everything. Getting a little wacky here at Richmond in the early goings. Joey Logano up here in 12th. He's one of those guys that need to win. Biffle in front of us, he also needs a win. Also, Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart locked in a heated battle for the regular season championship. Both those guys come in tied for the points lead. Not that it'll matter, as points will be reset for everybody in the chase following this race, which we will take a look at, obviously, immediately following the events of this one. Try to take it nice and easy here in the early goings. One of the only times I'm starting to enjoy short tracks. Because any other short track I've been in the middle of a multi-car 3-wide battle and I get the shit end of the stick, but not at Richmond. Oh, I almost spoke too soon right there. Well, even if that were the case, we were running up front for a good chunk of it. Alright, well, we got sent to the back. Oh, well. It was fun while it lasted, running up at the front of the field. Probably one of the only times I'm going to enjoy racing a short track in this game. I was even surprised I qualified 13th in the first place. Because last time at Richmond, I think I finished somewhere in the 40s. I don't particularly remember being that well here. I just get moved out of the way by the 17. Now I'm just waiting for an opening to get back to the bottom here. Whoa, Carl. It's a bit aggressive. See Jimmy Johnson now out front here. Kind of glad I have nobody around. I'm just trying to take it easy here. It's great because when I have other cars around, I feel kind of pressure to try and defend or go on the offense, but I'm kind of glad that I'm just running my own race at this point at the back. I feel like definitely we got a long run car. I think qualifying was a good indication of that for me. Qualifying 13th, they ran multiple laps. I somehow managed to stay up there, so I feel like I've got a longer run car than I do a short run. Unless I loosen it up a little bit, but otherwise I feel pretty confident that hopefully getting a decent result going into the chase, maybe building at least a little momentum, because honestly, aside from Watkins Glen, these last few races have been pretty horrible. Like Bristol, Bristol, we should have gotten a better result, but all that wackiness brought us back to like, what was it, 39th? Michigan was another race where I felt like we deserved a top 15, top 20 car, but pit strategy got messed up and ultimately finished last. And then, the last race at Darlington, I don't know really how I want to describe it, but it was okay. For some reason, I feel so confident about Richmond. I can't describe it to you, but I don't know. Maybe I found something here. Like, Watkins Glen has been the only bright spot in the last few races for us. I'd like at least one decent finish to show that we have some momentum going into the chase for the Cup. Austin Dillon leading. That's a driver that Dale Jr. does not want to see leading right now. So like I said, 10 points separate the 24 and the 88 coming into this one. I almost went around getting into the 23 JJ Yaley. Definitely feel like now we got a long run car and we're picking these guys off one by one. I feel like that plays to my strength instead of dealing with all those cars under one blanket essentially. Stretch wall, but we're good. Wasn't that bad of a hit. Starting to get a little spicy back here. I can see in this pack in front. No harm, no foul. We're gonna sneak our way up here. Dive into the inside of Labonte and Josh Wise, which unfortunately Josh Wise is too far back to make it into the top 30 in the standings, so unfortunately his Daytona win is null and void to get him into the chase where he is. So that's why Dale Jr., at least for the time being, is safe, or Jeff Gordon. Because again, I don't know where both those guys are running at the moment. Pettit who, but all I know is Gordon needs to finish 11 spots ahead of Junior if he's going to make the chase, unless there's a new winner, which I've stressed that enough already. Why, I don't know. Casey Mears winning kind of shuffled things up in a big, big way. And you have all these other surprise winners like Vickers and Allgaier and Regan Smith still in the top 30 as well, which also kind of brought the points down a little bit for all those guys. We've got some guys starting to peel off to pit road. We're slowly starting to move our way back forward here. Almost halfway through this one. Back of the 6, could have been deja vu from Pocono. Thankfully not, though. Don't want to remember that race. One of the ones I feel like that got away from me in this regular season, but right now we're focused on the here and the now, and the here and the now is to get some momentum or a chase for a championship as I'm in the wall. Whoa, Danica and Maine, I almost got wrecked by both of them. Of course, Danica's got those fresh tires, so I might not try to race her too hard. Kind of pointless, but if I do end up getting by her, then I do, but I'm gonna try not to fight her too hard. Just for the fact that she's got fresh tires on alone. Show the nose though on the inside. Danica gets a better run. Get it right here. Mears coming off pit road. Oh, that was close. Still is kind of close. Mears got back to my inside. Crossing back over. I feel like I shouldn't be racing these guys hard, like I said with Danica, but. So, rest assured, we could probably make it to the end at this point. I'm thinking we'll try and stretch it to 40 so that I'm assured that we can make it the rest of the way. Because that's just 20 laps, and we've gone like almost 35 laps on this set. So I think either way, we're going to make it whether we pit at 35 or 40, but I might try and stretch it to 40 just to be safe. Because I think we can make it that far. I said I wasn't going to race her hard, but she almost friggin' dumped me. That's a little unnecessary. that is. That is McMurray. Would have to imagine the leaders are going to start coming in at some point here in the next few laps. I know there's a few that pitted under that yellow, so they're probably going to stick it out. Around to Allgaier we go. Larson, Dylan. Six almost just spun it out right there. Okay, I'm gonna try and maybe stick it out as long as the 41 maybe. I don't know if he pitted later or what, but I'm gonna try and stick it out with him since he's been leading a good chunk of this run. I feel like if I get on his strategy, maybe we can get to him, if not maybe surpass him. That's a big if, because I don't know if he pitted later than we did or not, because he might have been one of those guys that pitted under that yellow. That's what I'm worried about. Because I know I can't make it too much further. Because right now where I'm at, I feel like I'm at risk of going a lap down. That's why I'm trying to maybe play this as best as I can. Honestly, I might do the same call I had at Darlington. It might be the two rights and fuel. I think the lefts are fine. It's just, I don't know. We'll see. It's a matter of if it pays off or not, really. Okay, the 41 finally peels off. He's coming in. Harvick saves out. He's going to try and play strategy because he's got really nothing to lose. He's got to win. Same with the 16. Unless it Harvick, did he pit before? He might have. We came in a lap later than 41, but we'll see. Harvick is staying out on the track. So I have a suspicion that Harvick was one of those guys that pitted later. Out ahead of the 16. Harvick's a lap ahead of us. might actually win this. And if he does, then the entire chase field's full of winners. Which right now, that is not what the 88 would want. Oh, Harvick just pitted, so never mind. We might actually... But who would cycle out to the lead then? Unless Harvick... He might have lapped the entire field, actually. I don't know. I don't know what Harvick's game plan is. But he is going to get everyone to go by him. Oh, jeez, I almost just sent Biffle. You know what? Even if it is a mid-result, I'll take a clean short track race over that. Because it's been a while since we've had a clean short track race where I've not been screwed over with at least a decent result. I know like a top 25 or whatever is not great, but better than ending up wrecked and not getting where you feel you deserved, I guess. Also, Kurt Busch has cycled back to the lead, so I guess that answers our question. He's got a sizable lead. So my strategy kind of didn't work out, trying to cycle ahead of the 41. Unless we get a yellow, but I don't really see that being the case. We're just trying to hang in there, really. Get the best result we can. Likely going to be a top 25 finish at the rate we're going. Which, I mean, hey, a top 25 on a short track this season, based on the pure chaos these short tracks bring, I'm actually going to take that as a win in my book, because it's usually at these short track races I finish like somewhere in the late 30s and the 40s with all the utter carnage, whether it's my fault or not. A top 25 I consider a win at the very least at these kinds of tracks. So we'll take what we can get, we'll see what we can build on going into the chase. Like I said, I like my odds in the first round, especially like Chicago being one of those intermediate style tracks. Harvick almost wrecked me. Yeah, I like my odds, especially like Chicago being in there. Intermediates have been my friend, I guess, this season. Gotta take what we can and hopefully work with it. Alright, 2 laps to go for Kurt Busch to wrap up the regular season. Harvick's got those fresh tires. Fortunately for Harvick, the gamble did not pay off, and it looks like he's going to miss the chase. Unfortunate turn of events for the 4. Instead of the 4, it's the 41, his teammate, taking the white flag. Stewart-Haas, aside from Harvick, surprisingly, has been really good. Stewart 3 wins. Kurt Busch is about to get 3 wins. It's been a really good season for SHR. Surprised it's not the 4 doing all the work, as Kurt Busch gets the win at Richmond. His 3rd win of the season. We're going to bring it home. Oh, a little dump and run on Carl Edwards for 27th. Not a clean move, especially to a teammate, but you know what? Like I said, top 30 finish, I'll take it. I'll take it. I think this is my best result on a short track all season. So you know what? I'll take a 27th as a win and we'll build on it. Let's see here. Dale Earnhardt Jr. did finish ahead of Jeff Gordon. So therefore, it looks like the 88's going to make the chase. Gordon, 17th. Ryan Blaney, oh, so close. Actually, well, I mean, yeah, I guess he did finish 2nd. So Ryan Blaney was super close to making things interesting. And now we're going to have a quick look at our chase grid. Which again, ultimately kind of doesn't matter because all the points are reset and... Oh wait, they actually kind of do matter. Okay, never mind. So, me, Bush, and Stewart, the two Haas guys, we go to the top with our 3 wins. And then you got your 2 winners with Bush, Johnson, Vickers, and Larson here. And then Boyer, Edwards, Allgaier, Keselowski, Stenhouse, Smith, Kane, Mears, and Dale Jr. sneaks in, being the only guy without a win to make the chase. Wow. So things are looking interesting. So let's take a look at the round of 16 because I completely forgot what it is. So it's Chicagoland, New Hampshire, and Dover. Chicagoland we've never gone to, but I've been hit or miss on the short track, or not the short tracks, the intermediates. So I'm feeling pretty good about Chicago. We won at Dover last time, so I'm really confident there as well. We can get a good run. The only main concern I have in this round is New Hampshire because we did horrible last time we went there. I might have to find a setup or something that'll help me get through because running preset's not going to do anything. But yeah, so a solid result at Richmond. We'll begin the round of 16. Well, I guess when this recording goes up, it would be tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed, and welcome to the chase. Have a good one, everybody.